There's no title. Okay, everybody. We are going to learn now about abortion. Why abortion? Because today is the day, almost yesterday, 80 years ago, 770 was bought. What was it? What was 770? The center of Chabad. What was it before the Rebbe moved there? Abortion clinic. In those days, 80 years ago, apparently it was illegal. So when
illegal?
It was illegal. It was
What? It's now illegal?
So no, it was illegal. And therefore, when they found out that it's an abortion clinic, they shut it down. It was very cheap. That's why they got it. A very cheap, hot building. It was for a kosher. So the question is abortion murder? Is it murder?
Depends how many days.
I don't think really that's the discussion. No, there's two extremes. There's the conservatives and there's the liberals. The conservatives say it's murder from the second of conception, murder. The liberals say it's part of the woman's body. She can do whatever she wants until the baby gets out of the stomach. It's the mother's. Two very far extremes. Extreme difference. One's conception, or even 40 days. Another one's full baby is the mother's choice until it actually comes out of the stomach. So what does Kabbalah have to say about this? What does Torah have to say about this? Torah is not in any extreme. Usually Torah is usually the straight middle path, especially here. Someone sent me a video a while ago. Ben Shapiro, if I'm not mistaken, he was going on and on saying how there's no way of knowing when. How do you differentiate according to his philosophy? How do you differentiate when the baby is alive, and therefore from the first second the baby is alive? So Torah doesn't think so. Torah says the baby becomes a living person, the way we know what living is, when the baby comes out of the stomach. When it sticks the head out, that's when it becomes a living person like you and me. Until then, the baby is not living like you and me. And therefore, it's not murder when you kill the baby, when you do an abortion. What is that? Why is it murder? What is murder? What is murder? What do you do when someone murders somebody? What happens? You separate the soul and the body, the energy, the life force, and the body. The body isn't a sack that your soul is inside. It's not closed. Your body itself is a living being. You look at someone's body, you see a living being. You see a difference, and you just look at a hand. Imagine you would not see anything. Guy sticks his hand out the window. You see a hand hanging. You know if it's a dead body or a live body. Why? Because you can see. The body itself is living. It's not.
That body's hand is not hanging out of the window.
Yeah, I'm giving you an example. Even if you don't see the light, you don't see his eyes, you don't see him breathing, you know it's alive. The whole body is one with the soul. It's not like clothes. It's not like anything that you connect. It really becomes one. So when you murder someone, God forbid, you are separating the life force, the soul, and the body. You're also causing, possibly, I have to look deeper into this, but you're causing the soul to leave this earth until the body, till the man gets killed, till the body goes into the ground. The soul is somewhat locked down here. When you kill the body, the soul descends in heaven. The soul ascends into heaven. He ascends into heaven, which means, in other words, even though the soul is 100% spiritual, nothing about it is physical, it still is here. You can find it. You can say it's right here in this place. When you kill someone, if someone dies or someone gets killed, his body not only separates from the soul also goes to heaven.
Not right away.
There's different levels, but in general, it goes to heaven. By the baby in the stomach, in the mother's stomach, what's going on over there? Kabbalah teaches us, the Torah teaches us, the baby is not like a living creature. The baby is like a soul in a sack. The soul of the baby has no effect on the body of the baby. The baby's body is growing, is living, everything's functioning based off the mother. The mother is causing the baby's body to be alive and to grow. The first it started off as an egg, the mother's egg, and it just stretches and gets bigger and bigger. Just like the mother was born with hundreds of thousands of eggs when she was born. Every woman has many eggs. They just get bigger. And it's continuing the mother's egg. It's the mother's baby. The body of the baby in the stomach is 100% the mother. That sounds like the liberal opinion, huh? That sounds like the people would say it's the mother's choice. But then there's a soul in the body. He doesn't affect the body. He's just waiting there, waiting to come out and become one with the body. And that's what it says in Kabbalah, and the Rebbe explains. I'll say the Hebrew words. It's nimtza, which means it finds itself, or miyuchad, or it's one with it. Miyuchad means oneness, but there's a sense of the soul being in the body, just finding itself there, but not affecting the body. And then there's when the soul becomes one with the body. And those are the two forms of the soul being in the body. There's when it's in the stomach, and therefore, because the body's living off the mother, it's just waiting there. And then when it comes out, when his head sticks out, then it becomes one with the body.
Is the soul created like 40 days before consumption even?
When the soul went by, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that when the mother and father conceive and there's already the first little drop of the pregnancy, the soul already is in the stomach.
But it says 40 days before consumption, it's already created. Right?
The soul can be created anywhere. I'm talking about when is the soul in the mother's stomach? The soul is in the mother's stomach when the mother conceives. That's why in halacha it says in a case that the mother's in danger, we do an abortion. Not because the mother's more important than the baby. If one Jew runs away from the Nazis, from any bad people, whatever it is, and runs into a Jewish city, and they make a big siege and say, "Give us that one person, or we'll kill out your whole city." The Torah says that the whole city be killed out. So we don't say if somebody's causing danger to someone else, we can just kill them. The reason why we can abort the baby, God forbid, is because the baby is not living like a regularly living being. That's why in the Torah, abortion is not like murder. On the other hand, and again, it's not like murder, and the body of the baby is part of the mother's body. It says in the Talmud that ubar yarech imoy, the baby in the mother's womb is like the woman's thigh, which means it's one of the limbs of the mother, the body of the baby. But the soul of the baby is not the mother. The soul of the baby comes from Hashem. It says when man and woman mate and they create the baby. So in the Gemara, which I'm going to read to you right now, it explains many different parts of the body. Some come from the father, some come from the mother, but the soul comes from Hashem. And the soul has no connection, in a certain sense, to the mother or the father. It's straight from Hashem.
Only Jew, right?
No, anybody's soul. Any human being, or even an animal soul, even an animal soul comes from Hashem. It doesn't come from the parents, and therefore, it's not the mother's choice, because it's not. It's just like I can't hurt you if somehow if I'm hungry, I can't, God forbid, kill you to eat your arm because you're a person for yourself. The mother can't touch the baby because the baby is a person for himself. It's not like a living being because, again, it's not murder. Why isn't it murder? Because the soul is not one with the body. The soul is sitting in the body, waiting to become one with it when the body leaves. So when you, God forbid, if by an abortion, the only thing you're doing is causing the soul to go back up. But you're not breaking the connection of the soul and the body. This is what it says in the Gemara. It says in the Gemara, we learn every Monday and Thursday Gemara and show. So it says in the Gemara, Ner daluk le'al Eishay, that when the baby's in the stomach, there's a spiritual light over his head. He looks from one edge of the world to the other edge. And he says, don't think it's too crazy to imagine that a baby can see the whole world. He says, when you sleep, kan, right here, and you see in your dream, Spain. That's what the Gemara says. It says, but there's no days in your life that's so pleasureful. No days as good as being in your mother's stomach. You don't need to do anything. You just sit and relax for 9 months straight. And they teach the baby the whole Torah. What does it mean they teach the baby the whole Torah? I just explained to you that the baby's body, the angel, teaches the baby the whole Torah. And when he leaves, it says in the next line of the Gemara, when he leaves, they smack him in the face and he forgets everything. But what does that mean? I can explain it to you very simple. I just told you that the baby's body in the stomach is living off the mother. If that's the case, how is his brain is not functioning? And when a baby comes out, his brain functioning? Very little, right? Even when he's out. How can he learn the whole Torah in the mother's stomach? If when he's out and his brain already developed more, he can't learn anything, how will he learn the whole Torah in the mother's stomach? And the answer is very simple. Because there are two. There's your brain, your physical brain, and then there's your intellect, the power of thinking, the spiritual power. The spiritual power, because it's in your brain, he kind of works slowly. He needs to work with your brain. But by the baby, his whole soul, his life force, and all his powers, his emotions, his thoughts are not one with his body. They're just sitting there in the sack, as if it's sitting in clothes, in a sack. So therefore, it's unlimited. It's not limited by your brain. So the baby, his intellect, which is not connected with his physical brain, learns the whole Torah.
What about the mother understand? Is she learn it also?
No. Because I told you, it's not the baby's soul is not connected with the mother. And therefore, as soon as he leaves, his brain, his intellect comes one with his brain. And then he becomes like one of us. A physical person that thinks very slowly. You can't learn the whole Torah in 9 months. You need years and years and years of hard work. The Rebbe says that what did the Baal Shem Tov do to the Jewish nation? He gave birth, he made us come out of the stomach. We were in the mother's stomach, the Baal Shem Tov took us out. What does this mean? What does this mean? Very simple. You know any Jews that gamble? God forbid, right? Many Jews.
Sometimes.
They go to the casino. They go to the casino. What do? They pray to Hashem. Hashem, let me win. Hashem doesn't want you to gamble. So how are you praying to Hashem to make you win? Doesn't make sense.
What about the lottery?
Question. But gambling, I'm pretty sure any rabbi will tell you not to gamble. It's also a waste of money. So they pray to Hashem, I should win. How do you pray to Hashem to win if you're not doing what Hashem said? There's a guy, he's breaking into a home, he wants to steal, and he's praying to Hashem not to be caught by the police. How is that possible? Very simple. There's him and his belief. His source of life, his connection with Hashem, is outside of him. It's like a baby in the stomach. He has no life for himself. His body is living off the mother. He himself, his soul, is not connected with his body. As soon as the baby comes out, as soon as he takes in his first breath, his soul becomes one with the body. What does this mean in our connection with Hashem? That means what you believe in is part of you. Not you believe in something far. It's not like you're living off something else. It's who you are. When you believe something, when you believe that Hashem will provide, and whatever way Hashem has, He will figure out the way to give you food. You won't need to steal. You don't need to gamble. Hashem will give it to you the way you deserve it, easily, the right way. That's what the Baal Shem Tov did. Baal Shem Tov made the Jews become one with their soul, which will be completed when Mashiach. Mashiach comes. It says that the Hog exile is when we're stuck in the mother's stomach. We're stuck in exile, which means our body is not functioning. Mashiach comes, be a whole different life. They'll be like night and day, like in the stomach and out of the stomach. So to sum up clearly exactly the Torah's opinion on abortion.
No,
Abortion is not a good thing, obviously. Nobody thought it's a good thing. Whoever thinks it's a good thing is not thinking straight. Obviously, destroying anything is not good. Destroying a potential of a human being obviously isn't good. The question is, how bad is it? Is it like murder? Huh? Yeah. Is it like murder? Or is it like punching someone in the face? So we have two extremes. No one says the middle. I'm telling you the middle. We have one extreme, people say it's murder. It's none of your business. The other extreme says it's my body. I can do whatever I want. So I'm telling you, there's two parts in every pregnancy. There's the body and there's the soul. The body, you're right. It's your body. Now, I mean, it happens to be, I don't think you should let people commit suicide or either chop off their finger if they're in the mood, if that's what they want to do. But on the other hand, it's even if you're going to say that you should let people make their own bad choices in life, even if you're going to say that, that's talking about the body of the baby. But there's a soul. There's a soul in the baby. The soul in the baby has nothing to do with the mother. It's a presence. It's a presence from Hashem. It's not your choice if you're going to destroy this presence. Again, it's not murder because there's no connection between the body and the soul. But in the same time, it is a soul in the stomach, literally in the stomach of the mother. There is a soul waiting to come out, do its mission on the world. So let me wish everyone in this room that we should actually become alive. We should break out of our mother's stomach, which means we should start living as independent people. We shouldn't be us and our beliefs, us and Torah, us and mitzvahs. It's like it's something outside of us that we're living off, that we believe in. No, it has to be who we are. We have to be one with the Torah we learn. We have to be one with the mitzvahs we do. We have to be one with our beliefs. Some people think, what's Hashem? Hashem is somebody that when I need something, I go to him and get it from him. There's me, and then I go to Hashem for what I want. You are created because Hashem needs his job done in this world. Hashem needs a shofar being blown on Rosh Hashanah. He created you to blow the shofar. When you are one with the mitzvah, one with the Torah, one with your beliefs, then you're an independent living person. Not the opposite. People think that if they give themselves up to Hashem, when they become one with Hashem, they become nothing. They become they lose their self-identity. It's the opposite. When you're not connected to Hashem, you have no self-identity. When you really connect, then you really show your real identity. Become a real person for yourself. Chaim, l'chaim.
What if